Hi there, welcome to Neppy Invest update 12 to my MS portfolio. So I mentioned last week I won't be doing these updates every week, only be doing them when needed. And today it is needed simply because I have made some adjustments to the makeup portfolio as I sort of alluded to last week, and I've transferred 5 companies from this portfolio to my long-term growth portfolio. So before I get into the reasons why I've made those transfers, I'm just going to talk about the overall market first. Now, just looking at the XGO, which I use to follow the overall market, we can see the XGO trading in a channel over the past 3 or 4 months, and I've represented that channel by those sloping brown lines to the upside. And I do like these sort of channels because there's not a lot of volatility, and I do like decreased volatility. I know day traders hate that. They love volatility. Now, I am recording this video after the close of trading on the 15th of February, and we did see the overall market rise about 1% today, or on this day. And when I'm saying XJ fell 0.49%, this was the previous week's trading. It doesn't include trading on the 15th of February. And it is trading towards the top of the channel, and it is, with the action today, it is right at the top of the channel. So fairly bullish about the short to medium term performance of the markets in the next, say, 6 months or so, even maybe a year or so, just simply because I do think governments and central banks will want to prop up asset prices to maintain that wealth effect moving forward, so we can spend more, and spending more will just stimulate the economies. My only concern is the potential for overstimulation of the economies, which will lead to inflation. So these are the 5 transfers I made for the week. Now, the main reason I've made these transfers is because these companies, I think, have long-term potential. So I think when I look at any of these companies, I can envisage a scenario when the share price of these companies is significantly higher than it is now in 5 years. Now, companies within my momentum sentiment portfolio, I don't envisage holding them for the long term. I'll sell them eventually when the share price starts to turn to the downside. So that's the main reason I've transferred these companies, is because I do see long-term potential behind them. So this is the update 12 performance of my portfolio, and really happy to see it did completely outperform the market, up 2% for the week when the overall market was down 0.5. Now, the main reason my portfolio outperformed the market was because of Zip, and Zip is just going through the roof right now. So this does not include trading on the 15th of February. Just let me repeat that, because Zip today, on the 15th of February, last time I looked, was up 16%. So a lot of positive momentum behind the Zip share price at the moment. Because I'm not including today's share price, last week up until the end of trading on the 12th of February, my holding in Zips were up 72%. And right now, at the end of closing on 15th of February, my holding in Zip is now up 100%. So Zip was definitely the leader in my portfolio, and it looks like it's continuing to be the leader the start of trading for this following week. So now I'm just going to get into individual companies. The first company I'll look at is Costa Group. This is a company I bought back in August, or fairly late August, early September, when they had a very positive yearly or half-yearly report. I forget which one it is. And the share price has been going up since then. And this is exactly what you want to see when a company releases some positive news, positive outlook, that sort of thing. You just want to see the share price rise and rise. Now, we're very close to seeing the next report for Costa Group. So hopefully it's another very positive report from the company. The main reason we did see the share price decrease in previous years was because of drought and negative outlooks, and that has seemed to turn around. You can definitely see the turnaround when you look at the 3-year weekly chart, which I have here. This is the 3-year weekly chart. Share price got as high as $8 back in early 2018, and then from there, the peak in the share price at $8, share price just went down and down and down because of negative news, downgrades to the profits, droughts, that sort of thing. There were even viruses that were killing plants, that sort of thing. I can't remember all the reasons. But it does look like the share price is starting to turn to the upside. Now, this is the sort of company where, even though I don't think or envisage holding this company for long term. I can envisage this company getting back to a price of $8 or even higher, particularly if the management fulfills their potential. And so this could be a medium-term hold, but as soon as sort of the sentiment and momentum behind the share price movement in this company ends, I will sell out. I can't envisage myself holding this for the long term. And that's the reason why this company is in this portfolio and not my other one. Stonehorse Energy. So this is a company where I am thinking of transferring it through to my long-term growth portfolio. And the main reason is I do think there is some potential behind this company, but the other reason is there's a lot of volatility. You can see there on the top right there, I've just included the day-by-day trading of this company, share price movements, volume. You can see almost every day the share price is rising or decreasing by over 10%. So over the last 3 days, it was up on the 10th of February, up 13%. The next day it was down 16%. The next day it was up 14%. And today, on the 15th of February, if I remember correctly, it was down 12% or 16% or something like that. So a lot of volatility. I think around 2 cents is a really good price of support for this company. And they did do an acquisition in their joint venture with Brookside, which I'll get to the next slide. So these are some of the recent announcements they've had in the past 2 weeks. So they did release their cash flow report on the 29th of January. And we did see their share price pull back because of that cash flow report, because they, the market saw they weren't producing much cash flow. And there is a reason behind that. They weren't going to be producing much cash flow for this quarter. It's going to be the next few quarters they produce the cash flow. So that showed me the market was fairly ignorant behind the company itself. And they did a placement, $5 million placement for an acquisition. The main acquisition is Brookside. I think they hold 85% of that acquisition, if I remember correctly. But Stonehorse Energy has done a placement, and I think that placement was like 2 cents. And again, that's another reason why I think 2 cents is a good level to buy in if you're interested in this company. So this is Hammer Metals. This is another company where I'm thinking of transferring to my long-term growth portfolio. I did buy this company because of a breakout. The share price increased over 100% the previous day, and I bought it on some weakness the next day. And the share price has just remained going up. Sort of maybe a bit of a flag developing there if you use your imagination. So again, I think there is potential with this company, but I decided to keep this in my momentum sentiment pick just because there's a lot of momentum behind this company, a lot of sentiment, and if they release a positive announcement in the next few weeks, I think the share price could zoom up again. Zip, so this does not include trading on the 15th of February. Now, I did buy this at $6.30 on a breakout. Some positive news they released on I think it was the 20th of January, and because of that, I decided to buy in. I already had it was a trading parcel. Had already bought in another parcel in my long-term growth portfolio, so I'll hold that for the long term. But this trading parcel was just based off this breakout, and share price has been going up ever since then. I thought there might have been a little bit of weak signal, some sell signals the last 2 trading days on Thursday and Friday, the 11th and 12th of January. We can see a bit of the last 2 trading days, there was a lot of fighting between the bulls and the bears. You can see that in the candlestick. There was a bit of a doji forming both days, which shows you there's a bit of uncertainty within the overall market. But I think that uncertainty was blown away today. The bulls won today because the share price of Zip went up 16% today. And I still think the share price of Zip is catching up to some of the other players, particularly Afterpay. So I think there still has a lot of room to run for the next few months. The fact that it's now up 100% since my buy on the 20th of January, so not even a month, it's up 100%. I still think there is the potential for some profit taking from people like me who are up 100% since they bought in. Now, this is just a potential buy, Volpara. So I've had this on my watch list forever. And right now, it's just gone through a few days ago, about a week ago, we went through this resistance level at $1.55, and now it's pulled back towards $1.55. If I remember correctly, today it's right at $1.55, and this would be almost the ideal to buy Volpara, because if it falls below $1.55, you'd almost immediately sell because it's tested $1.55 and it's gone through it. So it's testing it right now. It's testing its support, so resistance became support. It's testing it out, seeing what the market is going to do, and if it pulls away on some good volume, that would be a really good time to buy Volpara. Now, I will do another video tomorrow, I think, looking at Volpara's Appendix 4C, and that did give me some hesitancy about buying into Volpara, and I'll talk about that in that video. Another company I'm not showing here is Treasury Wine. So I did look at this morning before trading opened. It does look like it's now developing or forming a potential beginning of an uptrend. So that's another potential buy. That is a company I've owned in the past within this portfolio, and I sold after 2 days holding it for a loss of about $900. So otherwise, that's finished to my Update 12 video to my MS portfolio. I hope you've enjoyed this video. So this does not include trading for the 15th of February. And I know for those Zip shareholders, congratulations, another really good day. And my only fear with Zip now is there's going to be a lot of potential profit taking, but a very powerful performance today. It was totally unexpected. I did not think this was going to happen. In fact, I thought more than likely share price of Zip would pull back today. But otherwise, that's all I've got for this video. If you want to leave any comments, I'll eventually answer any comments you leave. It might take me a while because as my channel gets more and more subscribers, more and more interest, I get more and more comments. So it takes me longer and longer to go through those comments. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. So if you do need some financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified. And that's all for this video. Have a good day. Bye.